In Robert Frost's poem, Take Something Like a Star, the speaker addresses a star, the fairest one in sight, acknowledging that the star has the right to be occasionally obscured by a cloud, but it cannot find that obscurity in night because night brings out your light. The speaker then tells the star that it is fair for the star to retain some mystery, but he pleads with it to say something to us we can learn. The star answers simply, I burn. But the speaker wants specifics, demanding, but say with what degree of heat? Talk Fahrenheit, talk centigrade, use language we can comprehend. In the end, the star does tell the speaker something, and then it asks a little of us here. It wants people to seek a little height when times are difficult and filled with too much praise or blame. The star urges people to look up to something like a star, to stay our minds on and be stayed. Take Something Like a Star first appeared under a different title, Choose Something Like a Star, in Come In and Other Poems in 1943. It was published under the present title in the afterword to Complete Poems in 1949. And as usual with Frost, some elements of the poem are left deliberately ambiguous. What does the star represent? Some readers might look at the first line, which begins, "O star," and consider that the star represents God. But as always, there are different interpretations as well. That's how poems work. The star may represent wisdom or knowledge. Throughout the speaker's pleading, the star gives up little, but it does tell the speaker something in the end. The something is not obvious, but the speaker sees it as important. It is also apparent that the star wants something in return. It asks of us a certain height. The mob, people in general, may give us too much praise or blame. When that happens, the star urges us to look upward, outward, to something like a star, to stay our minds on and be stayed. The speaker suggests that sometimes the world becomes overwhelming. Our passions run too hot or too cold, and events cause us to think too much or too poorly of ourselves. In those situations, we should stand back, look up at some distant object, and allow ourselves to gain some perspective.